Well, welcome everyone to Courage to Caregivers for Monday, January 23rd. We are continuing on with the theme of setting intentions. And tonight's topic is recap. We have a recap week here where we go back through some of the practices and explorations that we enjoyed over the past month of January. We will touch lightly on these things and then we'll get into our breathing meditation. So tonight we'll look back on what we've learned over the last few weeks. We began the month discussing goal setting and mapping your journey. Your story is unique to you. It is your own journey. As the new year begins, we learned that it's a great time to reflect on where you've been, where you are now, and how you're progressing into the future. Your journey is not always easy. No one's is. There are always bumps in the road, stops, obstacles, and detours. But it is through these challenging times that we discover our strength and resilience. We also discovered our core values. What are some of yours? Are you wise, adventurous, confident, and kind? Are you respectful, hopeful, or grateful? Everyone has core values that are unique to them, and they vary from person to person, but these core values are foundational things that we hold on to, from childhood all the way up through adulthood, and they do change over the span of a lifetime. One thing is for certain, you all share the core value of courage. You are all courageous. And so I want you to embrace that and own it. You are a model for courage. You are what courage looks like. Never, ever forget that. We also created a personal timeline of your past, which can serve as a guide for your future goals. Accessing your timeline allows you to reframe your past experiences and allows you to identify all the ways that you have grown and improved. In the second week, we looked at managing expectations. Being expectant about something requires a lot of waiting, and that in turn requires a lot of patience. And that's something that we as human beings are not good at. I'm the first person to admit that. So if we focus on what will happen in the future, we often lose sight of all the good things that are occurring right here and right now. So the practice of mindfulness and awareness actually helps us to be in the present moment, accepting what is right now, whether or not it is exactly what we expected. And holding space for yourself, we talked about holding space, is just as important as holding space for everyone else around you. So taking the time, like you're taking tonight, to do something for yourself is as important as the space that you hold and the time that you give to others. Remember that. And it is essential to your own self-care. Last week, we explored open-mindedness. If we are open-minded, we open ourselves to other viewpoints and ideas, and we begin to approach each other with empathy and tolerance. And, we all have our own set of how we think things should be done or how we think things should be. But if you step back, take a deep breath, and just listen to someone else, you may find that there's great value in that. And you can allow yourself to grow just by expanding your mind into someone else's viewpoint. Hard to do, but when you take that first little baby step, it becomes easier and easier. Open-mindedness starts with open-heartedness and the ability to be compassionate to your own heart, recognizing the unique gift that you are to the world. And you are, each and every one of you, a unique gift to the world. The practices of breathing, meditation, mindful movement, and deep rest are at the very foundation of self-care. Put them in your toolbox or in your back pocket and draw them out whenever you feel that you are going off track, that you just kind of not centered, and just go back to those practices. And even better, implement these practices into your everyday life so that you're consistently doing them and they become part of your routine. And I promise you that whatever challenges you go through on a daily basis will be easier with all these things at your disposal. And so that's just a little bit of what we learned over the past month. Now we will launch into a little breathing practice. So I invite you to get nice and comfy in your chair, feet flat on the floor. Little lift to the crown of the head so that ears are over the shoulders, and just find a nice tall spine in your seat there. Let's take the shoulders up to the ears and then let them settle back down, just so that you're mindful of not holding any tension in that area. Place your hands on your thighs or knees, either face down for grounding or lift it up to the sky to receive. So whatever feels best to you. So now that your body is aligned, I invite you, excuse me, to close the eyes or leave them softly cast down as you begin to breathe in and out of the nose, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. It's taking this moment in time to slow everything in your world down, down, down. Slow it down. And then begin to notice the breath as it moves in and out of the nose, and bring your awareness to what that breath feels like. What does it feel like as it enters the nose? Is it cool? What does it feel like as you exhale? Is it perhaps a little bit warmer? And do you notice that? As the breath flows in and out of the nose, is it flowing freely, or is there some tension or holding there? So just taking your awareness there, this is breath awareness. We don't think about the breath, it just occurs. And we take it for granted. But if we bring our awareness to how the breath is working in the body and what it does for your entire well-being, then we can use the fruits of that breath to your advantage. So as you breathe in, notice if you feel an expansion. Obviously, when you breathe in, you feel the belly expand away from the body, and your chest rises and your ribs rise. So just this whole uplifting experience. So feel everything expand on the inhale. And then on the exhale, feel the ribs and the chest drop back down to their normal position, and feel the belly contract back towards the spine. So just this idea of expansion and contraction. Expansion and contraction, just the physical sensation of the breath. And then as you inhale, think of this as a kind of receiving this gift that is the breath, and receiving with it the nourishment in your body that is the breath. So this gift of receiving as you inhale. And as you exhale, feel the idea of letting go. Let go of the breath. And what does that letting go represent? Perhaps there's something in your life you want to let go of. Perhaps there's something that happened today that you would just like to put aside and let go of. So let that exhale be a time of letting go. So as you breathe in and as you breathe out, now let's try to extend the inhale and extend the exhale. So just lower, slower, deeper breath on the inhale. Lower, slower, deeper breath on the exhale. So if you could put a count to it, maybe putting a count of 6 to the inhale, 6 to the exhale, or 4 to each, whatever feels best in your body, but just equal breath on either side. In Sanskrit, this is called samavriti, equal breath. So just enjoying the motion, the action of this breath, breathing in and breathing out, and enjoying the expansion and contraction of receiving and letting go. And as you are getting more centered with every breath, I invite you to keep on breathing in this manner, and I will read our affirmations for tonight's practice. If you remember, affirmations are intentions of positivity. If we say them over and over to ourselves, they resonate deep within us and become part of us. When I look back, I realize how successful I have been in figuring out my most challenging times. I can't make other people share my expectations. My way isn't necessarily the way. I am open to other thoughts. I am resilient. I am resilient. And when you say that to yourself, I am resilient, I want you to really feel that with every fiber of your being, with every cell in your body, with every drop of blood that's coursing through your veins. I am resilient. Believe it and own it. Good. And then before we move on to our mindful movement, as you're breathing here, just begin to notice how when deepening the breath, we also bring ourselves more fully into a relaxed state of mind. If the body is relaxed, the mind will follow. So hopefully you're now feeling a little more expansive, a little more receptive, a little more grounded and centered, and that you have truly put yourself in a better place than when you started. Couple more rounds of breath here. Good. Very gently begin to bring your awareness back to the body, and very slowly blink open the eyes and come back to this present moment. Good. So great job, everybody. I'm going to begin a little mindful movement. We know that that is a wonderful component to any breathing and meditation and self-care practice. And whether you're moving from the chair or standing, it's going to serve your body well just to get a little motion into your life this evening. So we're going to do a few postures from the chair first, and then we're going to stand just a little bit. So we will begin seated to move the 6 directions of the spine. Remember, this is a way to keep the spine flexible. And so once again, checking your alignment, feet on the floor, tall spine, shoulders back, and heart open. Placing your hands down on your thighs. We're going to begin our cat-cows, which is a little flexion and extension of the spine. So we're going to press our hands into the thighs. As we inhale and lift the gaze, drop the heart. And exhale, we're going to round the spine, tucking the chin towards the chest and bringing the hands back toward the body. And so once again, inhaling to lift the gaze. Exhaling to round the spine. So continue on, just bringing a little motion to your emotion and just letting your spine open, expand with every breath. Good. And if this is the first chance you've had today to invite a little movement in, really, really find some joy in how your body moves and how the breath moves with you. Good, so let's sit upright once again, nice tall spine. We're going to do some side bends of the spine, lateral motion of the spine. We're going to anchor that left hand down on the seat next to us as we raise the right arm overhead, inhaling through the fingertips and through the crown of the head. We exhale as we bend to the left side. Good. Beautiful. Inhale back to center. Right hand comes down to the seat. Left arm goes up on the inhale. Exhale, we bend to the right. Good. And keep on going. As you bend, make sure you're keeping that both sitting bones rooted into the chair, that you're not lifting off on that one side, so that you're nice and grounded, and that the spine and the upper body are the only things that are moving. Good. Oh, I just heard some crinks and crackles. So if you hear some snap, crackle, pops in your spine or in any parts of the body, just know that that's totally normal. It just lets us remember that we're alive. Good. So bending here, beautiful, everybody. And coming back to center, find that tall spine again. We're going to do some torsion or twisting of the spine. We're going to take that right hand and place those fingertips on the left knee as we inhale and lift through the crown of the head, turning to the left side. You can place your hand on the back of the chair if you like, and just gaze out over the left shoulder, breathing here. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. And coming back to center, we'll do the same thing on the opposite side. Left hand goes to the right knee. Right hand comes behind you. Take your gaze out over the right shoulder and take a nice exhale here. And continue to breathe in this twist. Good. Beautiful. Then coming back to the center. Nice. Finding your feet flat on the floor. Just remember to check your alignment once again. We're going to bring both arms up and out. So in a V shape. So arms are out here. Our thumbs are going to be sticking out. We're going to curl the fingers in so that we're like this, but with the arms straight out. So this is a victory symbol. It epitomizes your strength and your resilience and your ability to be courageous through challenges. So we're going to take a big inhale here with the arms out. Exhale, we're going to bring the hands to our solar plexus right below the rib cage with a ha. So inhale and ha. Inhale and exhale, ha. So keep on doing this at your own pace, feeling the breath and feeling your strength, right? Good. Beautiful. Awesome, everybody. I love what I see. Good. And then let's bring the hands back to the thighs or the knees. Take those shoulders up to the ears and roll them back down. Beautiful. So we're going to do a couple of postures, some core strengthening postures, or postures where you use your core muscles. These are the muscles that keep us standing and sitting upright. If we didn't have these muscles, we would be flopped over like this, like a rag doll in a chair. So we don't want to live like a rag doll in a chair. So I invite you to find the left side of your chair. Good. So just come to bring the body on the left side. The left knee is bent. And then the right knee is bent and you're extending that right leg beside you here. Good. And then take your hands to your hips and square them towards that left knee. So bringing the upper part of your body to square there. Inhale and bring your arms up overhead. This is our warrior one. So breathing here in Warrior One, fingertips and arms are extended. You're engaging your core, so dropping the ribs down and engaging that low belly core. And just take a few minutes to breathe here in this posture. Beautiful. Warrior One, strong, resilient warrior. Beautiful. Bring the arms down, come back to the center, and then just position yourself so that you're on the right side of the chair, right knee bent and facing that right side, left leg bent and extended behind you. Good. And then remember, taking those hands, squaring the hips towards that right knee. Inhaling, lifting the arms, dropping the ribs, and engaging that low belly core. Breathing in, breathing out. Beautiful, everybody. Nice. Bringing the arms down and coming back through center. We're going to stand up, coming up out of the chair. And we're going to revisit your Warrior One posture, but this time we're going to stand and use the chair if you need it to support you, or you could do a freestanding warrior pose if you're feeling frisky tonight. So let's stand with that chair to our left side. So bringing your left side to the chair. The chair is there if you need it. So finding your mountain pose, rooting down through your feet, engaging your quad muscles, your glutes, and that low belly core, bringing your arms down beside you, opening your heart, bringing your shoulders back. Beautiful. Lifting through the crown of the head. This is our mountain pose, okay? You may take the hand that's closest to the chair, place it on the back of the chair for support, step back with the right foot, and then bend that left knee. Okay, so when you bend that left knee, take care that you can see your toes underneath that knee. You don't want to come so far forward that you're putting too much torque on the knee. So you're able to see your toes, square your hips to the front of the chair, and then inhale, bringing that right arm up overhead, dropping the ribs, engaging the low belly. And if you feel frisky, take that hand off the chair and bring both arms up above you. Warrior One, strong warrior. Beautiful. Good. Breathing in, breathing out, strong warrior. Nice. Now, releasing the hands, bringing them to the heart. If you need the chair, use that left hand to support you. If you don't need the chair, then step that right foot up to meet the left. If you're using the chair, step that right foot up to meet the left so that you're standing back in mountain pose once again. We're going to move the chair so that your right side is to the chair. Grounding down through the feet. We'll do the same thing on this side. Tadasana, mountain pose. Shoulders back, feet rooted into the earth. Taking your right hand to the back of the chair if you need it. Stepping back with the left foot, bending into that right knee. Square the hips towards the top of that chair. And then inhale, bringing both arms up overhead. Warrior One. Breathing. Good. Beautiful. Drop those ribs, engage the low belly. You got it. Strong warrior. Good. And then bringing hands down to the heart and either holding onto that chair or doing it on your own, stepping that left foot up to meet the right, arms down at your sides, returning to mountain pose. Now I'm going to move the chair out of the way and we're going to come into star pose. So feet are parallel here. We're going to bring them out into a wide-legged stance. So legs are nice and open. Bringing the arms out to the sides. So the arms are about shoulder height here, palms facing forward, fingers spread wide, star pose. And you have to engage those quadricep muscles at the front of the thighs, the glutes, your core. We have to engage all these nice, strong muscles to hold yourself in this pose. Good, beautiful, everybody. Star pose, you're a star. Just think of the ways that you shine for yourself, for others, each and every day. Keep shining, beautiful. Couple of good breaths here. And then we'll allow the hands to come to the heart. Meanwhile, we'll heel toe the feet back together. Good, and then we will find our mountain pose. Beautiful. And then bring arms up overhead, pressing the palms together. Exhale, hands to the heart. And let's just bow into one another here. Bow in, and then come back up to an upright position. I'm going to ask you to now locate your comforts for tonight's practice, for the deep rest, blanket, pillows, music, aromatherapy, anything that you have nearby. We're going to prepare to have a yoga nidra, a guided meditation through various parts of the body where I will call your attention to one part at a time. You'll bring your awareness there and then move on to the next until your whole body is deliciously relaxed. And I want you to really enjoy that on this cold night. Well, I guess some of you aren't cold, but we are cold here in Northeast Ohio. So I want you to get cozy and just take your time. If you're sitting in your chair for your rest, make sure that your body is nice and comfortable there. If you are lying down, just take a minute to really connect with the earth beneath you. Maybe taking a moment to roll your shoulder blades underneath of you to really enhance that connection. Bringing your arms down alongside you or resting them on your low belly, whatever feels good to you. And wherever you are, in the chair or on the floor, closing the eyes and beginning to once again connect with the breath, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Just noticing the rhythm of your own unique breath as it comes and as it goes. Letting any worries or cares or thoughts just drift away like grains of sand through your fingers. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And then beginning at the top of the head, begin to find some ease in the forehead, the temples, the cheeks, and the jaw. Let go of any tension in any of those areas. Find a softness behind the eyes. And then bringing your awareness down into the throat. Allow the throat to open slightly and expand, finding some ease in that area. Good. And then allowing your awareness to enter into the right shoulder, the right upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, and hand, the back of the hand and the palm of the hand, and all of the fingers of the right hand, the thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger. So that from the fingers of the right hand all the way up to the right shoulder, your whole right arm is relaxed. Continuing on the right side of the body, the armpit, the ribs, the waist, and the right hip, the thigh, the knee, the shin, the ankle, and the foot, the top of the foot, and the sole of the foot, and all the toes of the right foot. Big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and baby toe, so that from the toes of the right foot all the way up to the right hip, your whole right leg is relaxed. Your whole right side is completely and totally relaxed. Good. Beautiful. Let's travel to the left side of the body, starting with the left shoulder, the left upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, hand, back of the hand, palm of the hand, and all the fingers of the left hand, the thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger. So from the fingers of the left hand all the way up to the left shoulder, your whole left arm is relaxed. Your whole left arm is completely and totally relaxed. Good. Very good. Let's begin to travel down the left side of the body, the armpit, the ribs, the waist, and the left hip, the left thigh, the knee, the shin, the ankle, the foot, the sole of the foot and the top of the foot, and all the toes of the left foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and baby toe. Good. So all the toes of the left foot all the way up to the left hip. Your whole left leg is relaxed. Your whole left side is relaxed. Both sides are completely and totally relaxed. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Good. And now finding yourself rooted into the back body and finding some ease there. So starting with the back of the heels, the calves, the back of the thighs, the buttocks, low back, middle back, upper back, shoulder blades, back of the head. Your whole back body is relaxed. Your whole back body is completely and totally relaxed. Good. Beautiful. And finally, the front body and all parts of the body that shine towards the sun. The front of the legs, the pelvis and the hips, the low belly and the upper belly, the chest, the ribs, your heart, your generous, caregiving heart. Send the breath with love and compassion into your generous, beautiful, wonderful heart. Your whole front body is relaxed. Your whole body is relaxed. Rest now in this knowing. Give yourself this gift of rest. Very gently and with the utmost care, begin to bring your awareness back to the body. Starting to invite in a little movement, wiggling fingers or toes. Maybe taking a full body stretch either in your chair or on the floor, or gathering your knees into your chest. Taking a little rock from side to side, whatever you need to come back to the present moment. And then I invite you to begin to deepen the breath. Take a longer inhale and a longer exhale. Bringing your body and mind back into alignment after your deep rest. And eventually just rolling to one side and creating a little pillow out of your elbow, or even just shifting your pillow to that one side as you rest there and continue to breathe. And as you are awakening, I will read a little quotation by Thich Nhat Hanh, the great Tibetan philosopher. And he says, many of us slog through life without conscious awareness or intention. We set ourselves a course and we barrel ahead without stopping to ask whether this path is fulfilling our most important goals. That's partly because many of us believe that happiness is not possible in the here and now. We think we need to struggle now so that we'll be happy in the future. So we postpone happiness and try to run into the future and attain the conditions of happiness that we don't have now. Something to think about for sure. Good. Now I invite you to come back to a seated position and meet me with hands at the heart. Good. Take your gaze down to your fingertips. Allow your thumb knuckles to rest against your sternum. Feel your breath. Feel your hands move towards the body and away with each and every breath. Good. And just see this as one final gesture of compassion for yourself and your own compassionate heart. It was a joy to be with you tonight. Let's outstretch the arms, bring them up over the head, pressing the palms together, exhaling hands back to the heart. The light in me honors and recognizes the light that is sparkling off of each and every one of you tonight. And we share that acknowledgement when we say together, Namaste.